I had the gastrocnemius muscle, which is more commonly known as the calf muscle. The gastrocnemius is involved in plantar flexion, and the best way to describe this action is someone pressing their foot on a gas pedal. I think you can see it in this left picture here. And the right picture is showing plantar flexion of the knee, not plantar flexion, flexion of the knee, sorry. When you flex your knee, the gastrocnemius acts with the hamstrings, which are the muscles of the posterior upper leg, and the popliteus to bend it at the joint. The plantar flexion prime movers soleus and gastrocnemius. The synergists for plantar flexion are the fibularis longus, fibularis brevis, tibialis anterior, the flexor hallucis longus, the flexor digitorum longus, and the plantaris. The antagonists are the tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, extensor hallucis longus. For knee flexion, the prime movers are the biceps femoris, semimembranosus, and semitendinosus. For synergists, the popliteus, the gastrocnemius, the gracilis, and sartorius. And the antagonists are the quadriceps, vastus medialis, lateralis, and intermedius, and the rectus femoris. The origin insertion, as you can see in this picture, are on the posterior aspect of the medial and the lateral condyles. The insertion is the calcaneal tuberosity via the Achilles tendon. The innervation is the tibial nerve for S1 and 2. The tibial nerve passes through the popliteal fossa and gives off branches to the gastrocnemius, popliteus, soleus, and plantaris muscle. The joints involved are the gastroc muscle is a superficial two-headed muscle that is in the back part of the lower leg. It runs its two heads just above the knee to the heel, and the gastroc muscle is vulnerable to injury because it crosses three joints, the knee, ankle, and the subtalar. How it functions in open-closed chain. So I chose a ballerina to show an example of this because they have to have powerful gastroc muscles as part of their movement. To be able to perform, they have to be able to work in open and closed chain. So on the right leg, they're enclosed, and on their left, they're open. Left is considered open when the muscle is in loose, the body part is moving in loose space. This muscle group is acting in isolation. And the right is considered closed when it's working against a hard, unrelenting surface, such as the floor, which she's pressing against. What are the planes and the axes of the movement and the muscle creates? Flexion occurs in the angle between two adjacent segments, and the body increases as the ventral surfaces of the planes move away from each other and occurs in a sagittal plane about a frontal axis. Myotomes and nervotomes are both S1 and S2. S1 is the plantar flexion and S2 is the knee flexion. And in this chart over here, you can see a better example. And then for the dermatomes, I just listed for S1 and S2 what qualifies in that.